thing that's going to be done here, plus the rest that have been said by the official, take them into consideration, but above all, implement them. From where I am, I want to welcome you once more, and may God bless you. Mimi ni mwalimu chakula, ukiona nikikuja hapa break time, I will still advise you mpaka kesho. Otherwise, thank you very much, and may God give you strength so that you may proceed. Aha!
Given everything, you are given your shopping, then you just take it casually. It's not. It is now your responsibility to ensure that your future, what you want to be, it's now. We don't have to wait Form 3s. You don't have to wait to be in Form 4 to decide what you want to be in the future. The decision is now, and you need to conscious yourself, not anyone else. You count yourself among the lucky ones, and then now you put your strong foot forward. Because of the responsibility we have of the examination, and also ensuring that we monitor what's going on. Next year we shall be with you, Form 3s. So I want to invite my colleague from the Teacher Service Commission to also greet you.
And the image in your brain of that guy or that boy who was desperately looking for an opportunity for the scholarship to better her life. Never forget that. Never forget that, because that is your genesis. That faith, that focus that was in your mind that day, just keep focusing at the target. It has not always been easy. My colleagues have said you are a lucky lot. And I want to tell you, that is the truth and the truth alone. Years back, we would have wished to have such opportunities. But let me tell you, it was very difficult. Madam has talked of being a product of charity. I want to say I'm personally a product of charity. But that did not come easily, because the opportunities were not easy to come by. You've seen your colleagues outside there trying to fight for bursaries. So mnasikia vitu inaitwa bursary? And you know the struggle that your colleagues are going through. Their parents apply for bursary, then sometimes you hear them say, imagine hakupata. And you know how needed the case is. Some of them, they waste the whole term. Maybe somebody goes to school, then comes back home. They have no opportunity to relax in class, listen to the teachers, do the revision, and prepare well for their future. You are such a lucky lot. I've said I'm a product of charity, and I'm never ashamed of saying it, because I'm not the only person who comes from a poor background. And that poor background has not determined my today. Neither is it determining my tomorrow. Do you know how I made it? I had suffered so much from this tabia ya kufukuzwa. It's like when the principal looks at you, the principal remembers he or she is supposed to send people away from school for school fees. So I was regular. Home, back to school. Wakati tulikuwa na people, we call them counselors. These days we have MCAs. Then a counselor writes a letter to explain to the principal that they will give you some assistance, you'll be retained in school. But the promises are never fulfilled. So having only paid the first term fee for Form 1, it was Form 2 that term. I'm just going forward fast. It was Form 3 that term, and I was at the brink of leaving school. But then somebody very high ranking came visiting the school. And I was, oh my God, this is my lifetime opportunity. Why should this principal continue chasing me away from school? The security assurance officer talked about protocol. Sindio? Yonga kuhusu protocol. But this old girl, no, I'm never anything. I'm a girl. My mother gave birth to a girl. So I'm just an old girl. This old girl you are looking at breached every protocol. When everybody was just very busy lining up and saying, Tawara Kenya, Tawara, the girl broke protocol. The hawk-eyed askaris could not get hold of her because that was her opportunity for her school fees to be paid. That is how much it demanded. That is how much it demanded. For me to breach every protocol and get to the head of state, His Excellency that time, and express my frustrations, my disappointments. Thank God, so the man just went back to the van. I can explain it. Lifted the seat, and the man was just there. And he gave the money to the principal. My friends, and that day, I got money to take my first photograph as a secondary school student. It is dated. That is the day I had money on my hands that I could take my first photograph as a secondary school student. I've said, whatever you do, whatever privileges may be surrounding you, don't forget where you came from. Because you need to really work on yourself, to really utilize every opportunity for you to be able to understand and say in future, I made it. I've made a difference. I'm not ashamed of that past because it has not determined my today. Boys and girls, there are many distractors along the way. Especially because human beings easily forget. There are many distractors. Do not forget why you are in this scholarship. Do not forget what you are aiming at. When you look at yourself in the mirror and see how handsome you have become as that young man. Misuri siko? Maboys. Seta ukiweka hivi unasikia misuri iko. Si ndio? Kama shule kuna bake. Tunaona vile mademu wanakuangalia. Yule mboi wa bake. Si ndio? Si unajua tu? When you go for discussions with other students from other schools, so you know the way they look at you. They are not your focus at the moment. They are not your focus at the moment. There is time for everything and a season for everything. The government, in its policies, all the laws about the child, we are a child-focused government. Everything is focused towards the best interest of the child. Not the teacher. Tumesikia hata mwalimu amesema yule mwalimu sumbua hapo, yule ambaye anakaa kama ni protected, leteni yeye. Si ndio? A child-centered approach. A student-centered approach. The best interest of the student, the best interest of you as a child.
After this, what are your decision? You will tell me after this, not now. At the end of the 2 sessions, I'll get 2 people from behind and 2 people from in front to tell us what they have picked. Thank you very much. Let me welcome my brother to introduce to us another powerful speaker before we break for next session. Karibu, Geoffrey.
Wanafunzi, uko pamoja? Alijaribu hajajaribu? Ameweza hajaweza? Hiyo ndio lugha ya ameweza hajaweza, vitu kama hizo. Lugha yenu, si ndio? Ni jenzi ama? Are you sure? Okay, you now, we want you to give a big round of applause to our mentor.
Fanya hivi. Vuta leta.
Correct. Now, with us, we have received another invited guest, who is the children officer. The children officer is in charge of young children in the county, and you know, many children go through the challenges here and there. So you being children, our children, we invited for you a speaker here, who is the sub-county children officer. It is none other than Nancy. Karibu sana Nancy.
Karibu.
Good morning. How are we? Thank you so much. The second name of my surname was a little bit of a challenge to pronounce. I'm Nancy Wamani, children officer, the sub-county children officer. Ndewa wale wa kutoka Ndewa mkono juu. Oh, quite a number.
Wow, the whole of but Dewa is the majority. But they are all over the county.
Yes, but I'm representing the entire county because our county director for children services is not here with us. And I'm glad that I'm talking to you. I was just trying to confirm the number of minutes I'm given because I'm trying to myself talking all day. Yeah? How long am I going to talk?
Just speak what you have.
I speak.
Not really. Let's do like 8 minutes.
Oh, wow. We wanted to give her only 5 minutes, but because of the demand from you, we have given her 8 minutes. Are you happy? But you want 20 minutes? Go ahead.
Thank you. Now I have to confirm because when that 8 minutes is there. Thank you so much. What's my name? Thank you so much. Now, because I'm talking to learners and teenagers, this is my niche. The area I love more, the category of children. Let me say children. You know, I'm a children officer, that I love to talk to. And before I talk, how many are Muslims here? Muslims? Hakuna? I've seen one, and lakini najua huwa kuna vile huwa mnasema lakini si ukweli, si ndio? Yeah, I want to apologize if he's a Muslim because I want to just to read a verse that always helps guide me when I'm talking to young people. Luke chapter 2 verse 52. You know, I'm a teens teacher. I'm a trained teens teacher. Yamana nilikuwa nasema 8 minutes ni kidogo. It says, and Jesus walked in wisdom in stature, and in favor with God and man. Jesus walked in wisdom, in stature, and in favor with God and men. When we talk about wisdom, it's about knowledge, education. What you learn, what gets into your mind, into your system. So when Jesus walked in wisdom, Jesus was growing up as a child, as a teenager, and as a young adult. Because you know Jesus died at the age of 33 years. But Jesus was very wise. He was always with his father, trying to learn. He was told, I'm a carpenter. Mnajua ile wimbo ya carpenter? Nani alitunga ile wimbo ya carpenter? Asa mnajua hiyo song Yeah, Jesus was learning. He was with his father, always learning, getting knowledge, getting how to know how to do the carpentry work and other things. He was always in the church to learn, because those days there were no schools, but there were wise men. There were people who could help teach the children, or to give wisdom, some knowledge to the children. So we are here, and you are in school, and you are here to gain knowledge. Jesus walked in wisdom. That is one area I wanted. That is the what it means by wisdom. Something that helps you gain. You learn to learn to unlearn. Whatever maybe you have known, you thought that it was right, so you're here, or you go to school to unlearn it, to remove it out of your system and get some good knowledge or good education. Sawa sawa. And when we come to stature, meaning the physical activities. How many of us are engaged in other extracurricular activities in schools? It's very, 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 very important. Extracurricular activities. Tunajua hata wale wenye wanaenda hata wale the soccer team, or wale wenye huwa wanakimbia. See, they earn a lot out of that. And even physical activities help us keep fit. Even just walking. Not just ile walking yenye unajua siku hizi watoto wa siku hizi hawapendi kutembea haraka. Ile tu namuita njoo. Anatembea ni kama anaenda kuanguka, na ni kama anatwea. Ni kutwenga ama kufanya nini? Niyo. So, and in favor with God and man. In favor with God means it's about religious education and knowing this God. In everything you do in school, at home, you need this God. Whether you're a Muslim, even the Muslims, they talk to Allah. And they have the Prophet Muhammad. So if you taught the religious education from, like the Muslims go to madrasa, if you taught this religious education, there's a way, even in the children's rights, there is an impact in religious education. So someone who has never been to any religious group, positive, I'm not talking of the radicalized ones, there is a way, even if you check their lives, they don't value people. They are careless. They have not even learned morals. But in fact, most of the time, because our parents are so busy, even our teachers just with the curriculum, and maybe if they don't have the PPI classes, and you have not learned religious education, there is a little bit of some moral standards that you're going to miss. So that's why we are required to at least, hata kama hujaanza kuenda kanisani ama to msikiti or whichever religious forums you go to, it is very necessary to start knowing your God positively. Sawa. But for those who are in radicalized religious sects, it's also good to unlearn, because huku nje si kuzuri. Unajua nyinyi hamuelewi, huku nje si kuzuri. Sawa. You need at least something that is going to, like, if you want to make a wrong decision, you ask yourself, there's something that is going to remind you, whichever decision I want to make might not be the right one. Maybe a friend is encouraging you to get into drugs. I know some of you, because drugs, kuna vile huwa mnaikanga kwa juice. Wangapi wanaendanga na juo shule? Wangapi wanaenda unabeba juo shule? Yeah, we know these things and other foodstuffs, the biscuits. So before you make any wrong decision, at least when you're walking in that, you're walking in favor with God, there is something that will remind you that this decision you want to make is wrong. When you get getting into a relationship, a negative relationship with your fellow learner or with a boyfriend, there's something that is going to remind you, no, this one, let me focus in my education. So the knowing this God is good. And in favor with men also. There is something called intra-relationships. You learn how to mingle, how to interrelate, how to relate with people around you, everywhere and even at home. Everywhere you are, you know, even if an adult talks to you, because our watoto wa saizi Gen Z, hii lot ni Gen Z kweli? Mimi nilitoka Gen Z kitambo. Yeah? So it is, you know, that even if you're interacting or relating with your fellow learners, the students, or even the teachers, or even at home, whichever place, there is some, you have like some discipline in you on how you're interacting with people. You can interact with people well, and even if you're in favor with men, it will help you to gain a lot. Like even I can say maybe the opportunities you had if you were interviewed, maybe it is because of the way you presented yourself. Even just the presentation is just enough to get you something good. Like for employment, just presentation, that is in favor with men. Not like someone talks to you and you answer them rudely. That means you're not in favor with men. So I said Luke chapter 2 verse 52 says what? Unajua time ndio niko nayo kidogo, ningeingia katikati yenu. Ningepenya huko ndani. Jesus walked in. Mtasimama. Jesus walked in. Okay, I want you to say Luke chapter 2.
Yes, Luke chapter 2, verse 52. Jesus walked in wisdom, in stature, and favor of God.
And men. And men. There are like four pillars, In wisdom, one. In stature, physical activity, and in favor with God, 4. And men, 3. And in favor with men, that is 4. So I'm done with that. A lot I was just raising that because it's a little bit of a concern. Giving an example of a child, a case that we handled in the office. Mtoto they were junior school. They are living with their father. The mother deceased. Alafu, saa ya lunch wanarudi nyumbani. That school they're not cooking. So they decide to report. The children reported the matter to the children's office. Eti baba ametuweka na child labor. Kila saa tukirudi nyumbani tunapika asubuhi chai, lunch, saa ya jioni pia. So they reported the father. Then the father was summoned. By the end of the day, these children were wrong. I won't tell you what happened thereafter, yeah? But it was also asked, there was a way we discipline children, How do you say that is child labor if your father telling you, your parent or guardian telling you to cook? Is it child labor? Unless it is something that is hindering you to have the leisure, to have your time even to study, that you work throughout, that you cannot even read. You're working from the time you wake up, even it hinders you, prohibits you from going to school on time and doing other things. You're straining, then that one becomes child labor. Child labor is wide. I won't go much to your responsibilities because it's quite a wide topic. Actually, the Children's Rights and Responsibilities is a whole part in the Children Act. Yes. Na nikianza kuongea saa hii, it will take me hours kumaliza tu hiyo peke yake. And something else I wanted to talk about is I know most of us, most of you, before you got the scholarship, which was on need-based, the vulnerability was based on vulnerability criteria, and to us, we consider that as child in need of care and protection. Maybe because of one reason you're orphaned, your parents are sick, or maybe your parents are just alive, both of them are alive, but there is an aspect of vulnerability in that particular household that made you to get the scholarship. So, because of maybe the underlying reasons, some underlying challenges that you have faced in the process of maybe when you're in school, going to school, because I know you're given upkeep. Cindy, you're given upkeep, and I just had like maybe you find that you're given an upkeep, and maybe your caregiver, your parent, guardian, as we call all of them, even the parents caregivers. So if I use the language caregiver, just allow me to, because maybe you're given an upkeep and you're not getting the right upkeep that was sent. I don't know, it's hiyo pesa mnatumiwa wapi? Kwa M-Pesa mko na masimu hapa? Mko na masimu? Hamna, mko nayo, wengine wenu mko nao na mnaficha, si ndio? Sasa hiyo pesa wewe inaingia wapi? Kwa kadi? So if maybe you have any challenges, maybe because there's also another one for parental responsibility. When I talk about parental responsibility, it doesn't mean that mzazi ambaye amekuzaa. Hata huyo caregiver, especially the one who is your guardian at home, or your guardian according to the program that you are in now. Maybe there's a way that this money you're receiving, they are maybe deducting some amount or withdrawing. Now, nasikia mmekimya, unataka kusikia, si ndio? Yeah. So that is your right to have that money. And if in any case you have that challenge, msibishane nao, sawa. Talk, msibishane nao. You can contact the necessary if you can contact your supervisors or your teachers who are in charge, or the directors of education. Na kama umeshindwa, because now as our mandate is to protect the child, hata hiyo pesa unawekewa hata ingali ni kidogo, we have to protect you to receive it. Sawa. So in case you have such challenges, just let us know. We'll use wisdom. So I said Jesus walked in wisdom. We'll use wisdom to talk to your parents or your caregivers in a way that you are entitled to this money and that you can benefit from it. Sawa. Kuna maswali? Wenye wako na maswali waandike. Maybe I'll address some, not here, because mengine wanaweza kuwa umeogopa, but I'll be able to address. I'll let you know how. So, children offices are established in every sub-county. Hapa Ndiwa, we have Ndiwa sub-county. It's divided into two sub-counties. That is Ndiwa West and Ndiwa East. But the children's office is only one at the disease grounds. If you have any challenge, you faced with any challenge, kama uko na changamoto lolote, Kiswahili pia najaribu tu, msianze kumark lugha, msianze kumark. I know that those who are good in Kiswahili, sawa. I schooled kitambo. I was in Form 1 in 1997. Yeah. I signed my KCP in 1996. I'm old. Sasa msianze kusahihisha, sawa? Yeah, but I can assure I was very good in fasihi. Lugha nilinishinda. But fasihi, I was very good in fasihi and literature. I was a good literature student. Wale wakupenda literature, fasihi na hesabu, mikono juu. I was a good math student. Yeah. So, I said children offices are established in every sub-county. We also have a county director's office. Children office Ndiwa, I say that it's located at Ndiwa, the DCC's compound. Wale wa kutoka Ndiwa mjue, kama uko na changamoto, any challenge, kindly visit our offices. from 8 to 5. Or I'm not, I think to some extent I will share my contact, because you might not even be in a position to read the children, sub-county children officer. Sasa mkiwasiliana na mimi, I will be able to reach out to them, to contact or to reach out to you, sawa sawa. Because we work closely with Ngao, the chiefs, assistant chief, your lineage na village elders. So if you're faced with any challenge, kindly visit the children office. If it's far, you're not able to, you can talk to the chief or assistant chief of your area. It might not be just these issues tunasema ya active. You might be faced with other serious challenges at home or as an individual, but you want assistance. Once you reach out to your chief, watatupigia simu, because all the chiefs have the contacts of the children officers within their areas. Sawa sawa. So children office Rachuonyo South iko Kosele. Rachuonyo South ni Oyugis, uko Moyugis. I want to, I'm mentioning because I know you might be challenged, might have a challenge ziko wapi. Alafu kuna ofisi iko Oyugis Locals. Children office Rachuonyo North iko Kindu Bay, pale kwa DCC's compound, Rachuonyo North, pale Kindu Bay hapo, uko Wangchie, hiyo Kindu Bay, hiyo constituency, Rachuonyo North. Children office Rachuonyo East iko Ramula. Wale wa Rachuonyo East mikono juu. Iko mbali lakini iko Ramula. Yeah, I know it's very far. Then Rangwe iko Rangwe. Hapo ile ground imefunguliwa juzi na president. Dizia na president hiyo ofisi ya White House. Wako na ofisi hapo. Then children office Bita. That is it's called Suba North, Suba West. Iko Mbita. Hapo tu Mbita kwa DCC. Then we have Suba South, Suba Central, wale wa Suba South, Gogwasi, whichever those areas. This name inashinda ikinisumbua sana. Kuitamka inakuwa ngumu. But they also have an office in Sindo. That's Sindo kwa chiefs hapo. They have an office. Then there is an office in Suba South. But I will give you my contact just in case you have any challenge. Watu pitia changamoto mbalimbali. Sometimes maybe you're not open up to your guidance and counseling teachers, and you need just help. You just need someone to talk to. We are ready. We are here to talk to you anytime. As we work 24/7. When it comes to the child, it doesn't matter the time. Hata kama itakuwa ni usiku nimelala, nitaamka nipokee hiyo the phone and just get to know what is going on ama happening to that child. So that is where we are. We are dealing with all children matters. Neglect, sick children, dropped out from school. Lakini hapa sitaongea hapo, unajua scholarship ni full. Or maybe you have siblings who are suffering, sindio? Maybe mzazi, you have your parents or your guardians, and some of your siblings or relatives are out of school. Then something we're also advocating for. It might just be not you having the challenge, but maybe your friend having a challenge. A fellow friend having a challenge. Just call the children office near you. When you're in school, you talk to your teachers. When there is a challenge, maybe we are trying to advocate for peer counselors. We call it peer counselors. You call them peer counselors, but we call that Kenya Children Assemblies, where we have the school leadership. And if you have that school leadership and they are open up, so wale wakupata information, because they're supposed to be trained and wanashinda wamesambaza information. That one also, you have a responsibility. If I would have talked about the responsibilities you have, I would have mentioned, you also have a responsibility not to share any information of your fellow learners without their permission. You must seek their consent. Mnanisikiza? Even bullying by words or what, you're not allowed to do so. Kitambo, you could do anything, but the current Children Act restricts you to bully someone, to stigmatize somebody. Maybe they have a sickness or a challenge, they're like, you know their background and you feel like you're better than them, so you want to undermine them. You're not allowed to do so. You're supposed to respect one another. That is a responsibility. Respect everyone. Respect your fellow learners. Respect your guardians and your parents. So that is also a responsibility. I said if you have any challenge, you can talk to your guardians or counseling, the closest teacher you are with. I know you're doing that. But some don't even share, even with their counseling teachers. We've had several cases of counseling teachers in school. That is a topic for another day with the Ministry of Education, because we've always been told that wengine wanatuambia when you have a one-on-one sessions that the guardians and counseling teacher is too strict. Yeye ndio kwanza wakuchapa zaidi. Wako discipline zaidi. Sasa watoto wanaogopa even to approach them. But now that one you can share with the team, the Ministry of Education, so that they can assist. If you cannot talk to the guardians and counseling teachers, talk to us. Talk to us. Usiumie na maneno. You get answers for nothing when you're still young. You get pressure for nothing when you're still young. Talk to us. We find a solution. Somebody said that a problem shared is? A problem shared is? Yes. Once you solve a problem at least 50%, you feel there's some freedom uko nayo, si ndio? Yeah. So try, I said you report to the chief, you report to your counseling teachers, and if you mewashinda, report to us. There is an aspect of confidentiality. We have confidentiality, because when you're dealing with you and you share with me anything, unless it's not something that is causing grievous harm, it's affecting you, that needs maybe also us to take action, we must always hold your information confidential. Then I want to talk about this month. This month is the Children's Service Month. And for Children's Service Month, I have to talk this for, the cases of children in court are offloaded. They try to sort all, to manage all the cases of children in court. So, besides that, we have activities in the community, in the entire nation. November is the Children's Service Month. And for Ndiwa, we'll be at Tombo on 27th, reaching out to the children and the community who want to hear your voice. In fact, wale wa Ndiwa, you liaise with us vizuri. We'll talk to the CSO, and so that at least we have them be part of that sensitization. Because we want, and we also have others that want to reach out to children. There's also an upcoming talent show. We'll also, not now for that activity, but for another activity, that we want, from that activity, we want to hear from you. What are your views? And we want everything that is involving children or involving you, you have to be part of the participants. There's one principle that we anchor on Children Matters, is child participation. Before I make any decision regarding you, you must be involved, you must be in the picture. So. If sizing, like you had a facilitator that alikuwa nanunulia watoto wake nguo na wanakata. Saizi ukinunuliwa nguo na mzazi, utaichukua tu. I was talking to my son. I have a son in grade 2. I was just talking to him, like, what are your best colors? I said, if I decide to buy for you, I was just trying to share the colors. Red, because I'm a fan of red. Red color, brown, what? I said, no, mommy, if you buy for me a cloth, let it be white, blue, or black. Yeah. That is decision making. You get, because and then, like my daughter now, then she will throw it away. Let it be blue, black, or white. I want to give you a gift or buy for you shoes. Besides the tafis, shule. mami, hiyo nani ununua kala yoyote tu. Did the child participate? With shoes, just buy any shoes. But nguo lazima ikuwe hizo 3. That is child participation. Child participation is wide. I won't share the rest. That was just the simplest one I was sharing. So any decision that is involving you, like for the process of the interviews, they couldn't just come and pick you from nowhere. They had to involve you in the entire process. If it is your parent, maybe there is no, your parent hata guardian hana pesa nyumbani, but anaona kuna pesa kwa card. Anakuuliza tu like my daughter, my son, my niece, or whichever name they call you. Saizi hakuna pesa nyumbani. Allow me to take this an amount, but because of 1, 2, 3. So. Time imeisha. Okay. Sawa. So I was just trying to inform you that in every decision involving children, they start child participation. Then also on there's something I wanted to talk about when, but it's just like a by the way on matters electing the when you're electing one another. The consideration matters like even in school. What we are talking currently trying to ensure that there is a gender balance and disability. Those with disability or able differently, wale ambao wanaishi na ulemavu yoyote wako part of the team that is elected. There is something, just maybe 1 minute just to share. There is something called online child sexual exploitation. Online child sexual exploitation, abuse. Hii simu mnatumia. I really wish I had just some little time, maybe next time, I don't know. I love talking about children, education and relationships. Yes. But hii simu mnatumia, just take consideration that when you're sexting, there's something called sexting. Do you know what sexting is? Those texts that you're passing out when you're sending to your girlfriends, your fellow learners, anywhere. And later on, maybe you find yourself that you have engaged in sexual behavior with your fellow learners, or maybe with a child. You might be 18 years and someone is 15 years, and maybe you had exchanged sex messages. That one is an abuse, and there is a way. We have a department with us that inafuatilia hata hizo messages mnaandika kwa Facebook. Then maybe someone else get harmed in the process. We normally follow you online. Tunawaacha tu mkwe Facebook, but we follow you online. So kindly minimize those messages, sexting. Even on Facebook, hiyo mambo ya kutusiana, usema hizo maneno ya ngono mnasema sijui kwa nini. Below 18 years, stop. And if you're above 18 years and you're doing so to maybe your younger, the younger generation below 18 years, kindly avoid. Alafu, just be responsible. Treat every boy with a rod, every girl with a rod. Have boy friends, not boyfriends. Have boy friends, because you can learn. Here you're learning. Have girl friends, but not girlfriends. Sawa. What is your take home today?
You saw the challenge yesterday in the evening, sir. Madam, in the evening you were here to usher them in, and you remember your call. And I thank God he acted very fast and the vehicle came. So that is the team leader that went to our office first. So I'm okay, Joshua. I work as a county director, quality assurance in Dewa, and these are my supervisors and my bosses and seniors. What do we mean? Hierarchy. And here you are. I have heard Madam talk to you about the protected teachers. Us as a ministry, we want the best for the learners. And that's why through this initiative, you are invited to be here for mentorship program. What is mentoring? Is just to give you the ability to make better choices for yourselves. Why? You are there. You want to be somebody. You want to be something much more than today, much better than today. So what is it that is our role as your guardians, as the people bestowed with the authority and the position to do what? To protect your interest. One is to empower you that when you make that decision, it should be for the better. As a girl, a boy approaches you, how you act, how you behave will in one way influence your future. A teacher approaches you, how you behave, how you respond. Similar, does the same. My director the other day was forced to call a nearby sub-county to administer exams. To who? To a girl who had become pregnant. At what point in time did this student become pregnant? Get pregnant. The other day in one of our schools, not within the county, a girl gave birth. And she was screaming, "This is not my baby, this is not my baby." And there in the dome, she had given birth. And still in denial, "Not my baby. I don't know where the baby has come from." So do we drink babies in water? Munieleze. Munieleze jamani. Even the mother of Jesus was doubted. Yet it was a holy conception. But after that, we've not known of any. No other. So, kama alikunywa kwa maji hatujui. But look at that denial. Not my baby. But possibly somebody took advantage. And most likely, a custodian. Because the girl was from a children's home. And now they were sponsoring the girl like you're being sponsored. So, akasema yeye akona shida ya tumbo, akona ulcers, kuna vimbe. So when the guardian, the manager of the children's home was brought in, akasema, but imeelezwa amekuwa na ulcers. So remember, some of us might be so naive in spite of the fact that we teach you reproduction. Anytime that boy gets into close sexual relationship, standing, sleeping, bending, standing, what? Pregnancy comes in. So ndio tunasema jamani, when we bring you and call you that we have a conversation and you listen to us and pick one or two things, mazuri huwa yanatokea. And that is my challenge to us, that for this 2 days, yesterday, today, and tomorrow, as we interact, can you pick something good from us? Just one, chembe moja tu. Huwa nasema Madam DCC, tukiwauliza, wangapi wangependa kuwa walimu hapa ndani? Hatupati kura yoyote. Again, wangapi wangependa kuwa walimu? Thank you so much, 1, 2. Out of 333. I can't even get a third one, so that we say 1 in 100. Thank you. So why are you not with us? So Madam County Director TSC, hawa watutaki kutupatia kura. So what is it that we do wrong as teachers that you don't want to become us? And if I challenge us, how many will want to become doctors? Oh, yani wengine wana hata engineers, juakani artisans, boda. Then you don't want to become anything. So thank you so much for allowing me to have shared with you. but I just want to say, teaching is one of the professions out there, and it is not easy. Okay? Being a doctor also is not easy, but these are some of the things that we do that make us become what we want in life. So always have that hope, always plant that seed, and nurture what you want to become. Thank you so much for having allowed me to share with them. Asante.
Round of applause. Engage in various opportunities like friends.
One trial, another trial.
I think peers are teenagers.
Teenagers, trial.
I think peers are your age group and age set.
Yes, a good trial. Anybody with a different answer?
I think peers are your friends and classmates. The last one.
I think peers are people who belong to the same group.
Good. So peers are people who belong, like now in a class, like today, you are peers. You belong to a certain age group. So the way you relate to your peers, how do you relate to your friends? Within the peers, you can form friends. Within the peers, you can be classmates. So how do you relate to your friends? Or how do you relate to your classmates? Peers are your friends and classmates. The friends you can, but friends within your age mate or age group. Now, how do you relate to this particular group of people? Remember, when you come to school, you do not know anybody. Sindio? Ulikuja peke yako. And remember, you are also going to live alone. So how do you relate to your friend, or how do you relate to your classmate? Remember, we are saying building a positive relationship. Which type of positive relationship do you have with your peers? Yes? How can you relate positively with your peers? Remember, peers can really influence, can bring a lot. A lot of things can come out of you because of the people you have around you. This term called peer pressure. And it is always there among a given age set. I do something because my friend is doing. Show me your friend, I show you your character. If you are among the thieves, who are lisema, if you have 5 thieves and you are there, it means that you are the 6th thief. Peer pressure. Before you get into the peer pressure, can you check what type of pressure are you going to have there? Is it a positive one or is it a negative? And mostly peer pressure is always a negative. So, when you want to go home, you are telling my friend, my classmates have a phone. I must also have a phone. Some of you here, they are given money for pocket money, but they save to buy phones. In school, you are banning. You are banning. Just because you want to have a phone, the way your friend has. Set your priorities right. What do you want to achieve for the next 4 years? If you do well, somebody will even volunteer to buy for you that phone. Yes. Somebody will gift you that particular phone that you have. Can you concentrate on your education so that you achieve academic excellence? So that at the end of when the results come, somebody will say, hey, I'm buying for so-and-so a phone. Stop being influenced through peer
pressure. I know some of you when they come to school, wanasahau nyumbani. Vile nyumbani iko. They start bragging. Some of you will even say that I'm coming from Nairobi. Kumbe they are coming from Aura Chuodo. So don't brag. Don't be influenced negatively. Be influenced positively. Like you say, my friend is doing well in math. I want also to do well in math. I want to pass math. And when you see something positive in somebody, if you copy it, you are going to excel in it because it is going to be interest. It is going to come from within you. Decision making. Make the right decision. If somebody comes and tell you, please, niko na banki, twende tu vute kidogo. Sindio? It is you to make a decision. Sindio? You also have your brain. Why do you allow to be influenced negatively instead of being influenced positively? In life, negative things doesn't count. It is positive things that is going to make you excel in whatever you want to do. So please avoid peer pressure. Ulisaidiwa hapa so that many people, it is like this light. This light is one, but we can be able to see light because of it. Are you going to be a light in your village? The Elimu Jomokenyatta Foundation is giving you the light. So that when you go back to the village, you become the light of the village. A light, when light is put on, even the environment is going to make use of that particular light. So you are one person taken from that particular family. You can make your brothers to stand. You can make your sisters to stand. You can make your cousins to stand. So make sure that you have the right light to light the village. Support each other in academics. Always ensure that you are supporting one another. And one another, you are only able to support one another if you practice that love commandment. You cannot support anybody if come on pay. Huh? So that love is the one that is going to enable you. Ukiona mtu akubibaya kwa math, jitokeze tu. Go and help that particular person in math. If you are good in something, remember whenever you are helping that particular person, you are also gaining. If you knew it, inazidi kukua kwa brain. So please always ensure that you are helping one another. They say that more than one person cannot work together if they don't agree. Yes. So you are in a classmate or you are peers, if you do what? You agree. You cannot say that we are not a right runner and you are working with night runners. Huh? Yes. Can you work with a night runner and you are not a right runner? Unapatikana huko nje usiku, mkitembea, you are running, you are naked. You are running. Can you deny that? You cannot deny that you are a night runner. So show me your friend and show you who you are or your character. Please ensure that you build your character positively. Character ndio watu wanakula nayo huko nje. Somebody anaweza toka somewhere just because he is told that there is a very disciplined boy within the same village. You can get that benefit if you have a very strong character. Benefits of healthy relationship. Benefit of healthy relationship. Healthy relationship is a relationship that enables you develop positively. Benefit of a healthy relationship. If you have a good relationship, your confidence will always be boosted. In a group, you are related. If you practice that love, if you practice that discipline, then your confidence will always be positive, it will always be boosted. And even your emotional balance will always be emotionally balanced. You will not make negative decision. You will always make a positive decision because from your peers you have learned the positive things that enables you to develop. You will always encourage discipline and good morals. If you are in a bad company, the decision that you make will always influence you negatively. But if you are in the right relationship, the decision that you make will always influence you positively. So please, choose your friends wisely. Choose whoever you relate to with. In a class you can be 50, but not that all those 50s are disciplined. But you choose your friends wisely within the class so that whenever you are making a decision, or you will always make a good decision and your morals will always be upheld. Promote peace and harmony at home and school. Promote peace. Always be a peacemaker. You have seen the way Raila, I'm going to use the late Raila. People are consoling with the family because he used to be a man of peace. Be a landmark. Lead something. Always be a peacemaker at home and even in school. Remember when you are in school, so every place you are, there is a reason why you are there. Don't bring a negative reason, but always have a positive reason to be there. If you want to be, even if you want to be a peacemaker, always ensure that you are a peacemaker in your school. Reflection question. How do I show respect to my parents? Yes? How do you show respect to your parents? Yes? How do you show respect to your parents?
Oh, no. Okay.
I'll take 2 answers.
Okay. First.
One man, one boy, one girl. Yes?
By first of all following the instructions that they gave us.
Yes, good. Following instruction.
Okay, another one. A lady
Another
now.
one, a lady now.
Okay. I've seen a lady here. Thank you. I'll come to next.
By doing all the chores given.
Sorry, repeat that.
By doing all the chores given.
By doing all the chores given, if you amekwambia enda uteke maji, you go and fetch water. Sindio? Another one, what do I do when faced with peer pressure? When you are faced with peer pressure, what do you do?
Okay, I have our hand here.
By avoiding bad company.
Academics tunawakilisha, then tena hapa industry pia tunalisha. Sikia Kateleke Scary guy Kateleke Bana. They are again dealing the wrong one. Compare my life. Nazaka form Nanja face, wakalipwa trade, nilikuwa kabes, nanja face, scary time, can't tell me Batman, did it happen again, you're dealing the wrong one, can't be of my life, Nazaka form Nanja face, wakalipwa trade, nilikuwa kabes, nanja face, nanja face, imagine the mess, suka mmoja kangeorogo, the rest, and so my head, leg, breath, kafika kwa waist, good this is the trend, kuna ile kistaketa break, hakuna press, hakuna kusway, crime is zidi, mtoto na base, lazima wawete, mwende kwa pesa, lazima na base, because I came alone as a genius, and said you can get some squat a fan, katelo imoro, and you can trade fine, but why? You need to come to my boy, warai, na so my try. everyone like that, you're stupid. In the morning at church, you already know in my shirt. The friend is good research. He's a sitter of hope. That the dance was 3 hours long, which you think it's on. When I miss blood, yes, the tongue in the product, I'm still quite good. It's the other guy. Tell me, Batman, can't be sure. Bring the wrong one. Can't grab your life. Yes, I got form one. Like your face. Look at the trade, walk your face, not your face. Blooded tree, I read of a Batman, very big Batman. You go beat that hate, avoid the beef, one star, very deep cancer. Smart move up, tell me this team, I'm not going to show what's pretty much true. Compare brilliant champion, get out the way, now we come on what's up there. Regularly, you're not a tail, let the father to fear the will. Take it up, take the bell, and you can do it again for real. Catch up, and the rest, I'm crazy, everything when I'm ready to bang, and I'm making supported. It's like you should
Thank you. Is that vision what? Thank you. Yeah, as we said, hello? As we said, we are building character, confidence, and excellence. So in whatever you are doing, do it with all your might so that you can excel. Thank you very much. You are from which school?
Friends who come see that home account.
Wonderful, and you are achieving. Thank you. So now, I say that we shall recap very fast on whatever we have learned. Don't mind what you've learned. Tell us in 2 minutes what you've learned on the following. Decision making. What did you learn on decision making? Tell your colleagues, your peers. Yeah. Okay. That's it. Yes.
So it's mainly based on integrity and such core values as compassion and the rest. Okay, so be attentive. Okay, honorable dignitaries, esteemed guests, and fellow delegates. Good afternoon. As we congregate at this auspicious Congress, we are reminded of the paramount importance of integrity in shaping the trajectory of our nation's development. The zeitgeist of our times demand that we foster a culture of transparency, accountability, and moral rectitude. As we navigate the complexities of our contemporary world, it is imperative that we remain steadfast in our commitment to the values of justice, equity, and compassion. We must eschew the temptation of expediency and instead offer the path of righteousness even when it appears odorous. We can create a cadre of leaders who will shape the future of our nation. As we deliberate on the theme, building character, confidence, and excellence for a brighter future, let us not forget that leadership is not merely a position of power, but sacred trust. It demands that we exhibit unwavering integrity, unshakable optimism, and unrelenting commitment to the welfare of our people. Let us strive to create a society where integrity is not merely a virtue, but a way of life. A society where leaders are accountable, where citizens are empowered, and where the rule of law is supreme. Together, we can build a brighter future for ourselves, our children, and generations yet to come. Let us march forward with courage, conviction, and an unwavering commitment to the values of integrity, justice, and compassion. Not forgetting that a leader leading misled people can be compared to the proverbial ant climbing the legs of an elephant with the name of rapid. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Can we stand up? Can we all stand up? Can we all be upstanding for this great leader? Can we clap for the great leader from Binja? Thank you. Can we be seated now? Thank you. We need such leaders. You know, when Papa went, we have been wondering who can take over for Papa. Have you noticed it? Have we seen who can take over? Can we say, Oye? Thank you very much. I'm very happy. happy, we need integrity, and when we are getting such speeches of integrity, it shows that we are really mentoring future leaders. Thank you very much. And can I give my colleague an opportunity now to welcome for us our next speaker, Geoffrey.
Schooling and supporting them in their education, you know, is not forthcoming and is umetoroka nyumbani. How do you deal with that?
First, that is child neglect. We first summon the parents, the caregivers. We talk to them on the rights of the children. And we give them a timeline. Like if it is about school fees and maybe the child is at home, we give them the shortest time possible to pay that fees. Regardless of where they're going to get fees, they have to pay that fees. Any other form of neglect, they have to do a plan on how they're going to support these children. And in any case they still evade that, now we go to court through the police. A police opens a charge sheet and they are charged with neglect, of which they are either imprisoned, 3 months imprisonment, or pay a penalty, a fine of 100,000 or both. That if even in neglect, no school fees, you're at home, because you have a right to be in school, and you have a responsibility also to go to school. So this is a responsibility of your parents or the caregivers you have.
All right, that is Nancy.